Yo, who got the win between Seattle and the Niners?
Niners.
Why?
Seattle gave him force one at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Why? Ugh, that's so gross.
Oh, we definitely needed to play this because we were game of the week too.
Yes, dude. But you know what? If you want to be a little bitch and like be half asleep, that's fine. I chose Cookie anyways. So
Yeah, I
just
saw
lose the
that.
game.
Actually,
That's fine.
I was surprised I got that many votes. To
You
be
know
really
what,
honest.
bro? You know why I did that? Because you chose against me when I was game of the week. So I was like, fuck this dude. Fuck this dude. I hope he really loses.
Bucks 10-0? Bro. I'm trying to figure out what I want to wear. Oh, man, he's in here. West Coast, get out of here with that West Coast nonsense. Let me post the stream. I'm also gonna hop out of the chat here.
All right. Are you gonna hop back in the chat, or are you just gonna?
Yeah, I'll talk to you for a minute before I go to bed. I mean, I'm tired, so I'm gonna head to bed quick. But
okay.
We'll talk about how many mistakes I made. You know, all that good stuff.
Okay.
All right. Oh, and then if we do that, I'll try to get the player of the weeks posted, maybe the game of the week posted, and then hop out.
Cool.
All right, I'll be back in a minute.
For football here in Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Los Angeles Rams. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Like 20. Check right. Shoot. Hell, you won.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Second down, it's Henderson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Here we go. 180. 4 down. 6-6. Pull it high. We gotta get to the ball. Shell. Tiger. Turn up. Kill.
From the gun, here's Gone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. On 1st down, it's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
Haskins will throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Joker, 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 joker.
Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Value 3, value 3.
Now Goff. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Washington. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's Goff, and that's knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. We're scoreless after one. On first down, this is Geis. And he's got room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Henderson. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Now gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
We got 4.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Goff now looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Goff. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
51's the mic, 51's the mic.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Drop the pass.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And it's still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Rolling to his right. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Gone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Play action. It's gone. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Connection made here. Goff to Higbee. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. But officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
20. Hey, let's go.
On the toss play, this is Washington. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Right back to Washington. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check nickel.
Here's Goff. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They run with Washington. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
X3, 218, jump.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Redskins' 39-yard line.
From the 39, Goff. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 26. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Goff now looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run with Henderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Check the backer, check the backer. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Again, it's Henderson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 without the 4. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Check 56. Watch the screen. Pass. He's coming. Hold on. Check.
Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
They start on the ground with Geis. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Samson Abukum providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Right 20. Right there, 56. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
On first down, it's Henderson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Here's Goff. That's taken in by Henderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
What? 180! 51 to Mike. Hey, kill. You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Rush in.
Gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And this will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, here's Love. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Staying on the ground, it's Love. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Flush to his right. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll buy some time right. And he fires one incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he gets us to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But not a big gain with that play. But what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Team 6.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
That's bullshit.
There as the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.